Hello, hello, beautiful beings, and welcome back. We are continuing with the Archetype mini series. So far, we've talked about what the archetypes are, why you should know your 12 soul archetypes. We've talked about the 4 universal survival archetypes. And today we're going to be talking about the other 8. And so far, if you have any questions, let me know. But also just a quick reminder, if this is like really vibing with you, where you're like, I need to know my soul archetypes, make sure that you sign up, like send me a message so I can send you the link to sign up with the early bird offer. And so if you register for the program this week, it will be 333, so 333. After this week, it goes back to its normal price of $597. So if this is calling for you, don't hesitate, don't wait. Send me a message and I'll send you the link to register. It is truly a life-changing program. So let's go ahead and talk about what, this week's topic, not this week, today's topic. Oh my gosh, I'm already in the program. And by the way, the program begins in May, right? So I'm really excited. This is the first time that I am offering it as a group program because I realize how many people need to have access to this. Previously I've done it through one-on-one sessions. I also introduced it in my Moon Goddess program, which I did that for about 2 years. And now I just want more people need to know about this. I mean, have you ever wondered, or you've heard the question, who are you? And usually the first thing that you hear from other people is that they start talking about their jobs, who they are in society, their priorities, like I'm a mother, I'm a teacher. They usually can't really, answer the question, from a soul point. The key to answering that soul question is to know your 12 archetypes, right? I'll bring, tomorrow I'll bring everything together so you can see what I'm talking about. But today I want to focus on the 8 unique archetypes. Now these 8, so I've already given you the 4, right? The universal one, everybody has it. That's my gift to you. The other 8 is more unique to you. This is where the magic happens. This is where we spend time in the program and you get to, that gets to be revealed to you and you get to work with them. I mean, it's a very intimate, very sacred journey between you and the aspect of yourself. So the 8 archetypes. So the 8 archetypes are really where you show up. That's where it goes to the core. It really represents who you are beyond the mask, beyond the rules, beyond the societal programmings, beyond the, what people think you are. It really goes to your core. One of my main 8 archetypes is the goddess. And the funny thing is before I discovered this, which was like years ago when I was in a mystery school, is that, that my nickname, there's 2 archetypes, so the queen and the goddess, and my nickname would be queen, or, I have people calling me goddess, and I didn't really understand what they even meant. Well, the queen, yes, but especially the goddess, I wasn't really familiar with that energy. I wasn't, let alone understand why people were calling me that. And so when that popped into, when that showed itself in my blueprint, which in the course, in the program, you actually get a physical blueprint that shows your archetypes on this so that you can learn to work with them. I go through all of that in the program. And tomorrow I'll show you an example of what that blueprint goes for. But for today, so the goddess, when that popped into my blueprint, I literally laughed because I was like, of course. And that's the thing, it's like, as you discover your archetypes, you will see how they've already been playing in your life. They've already been working with you in your life. They've already been showing up, or people have already recognized with that within you. And maybe, perhaps you've accepted some of them, and others it might be that you've never really thought that you were because you haven't activated that yet. That's the thing. It's like, it's part of that amnesia, right? The cosmic amnesia is like we popped into the earth and we forgot ourselves, and the journey is to remember who we are again. And like I was saying, it's like we didn't come here with a map, but we definitely put tools in the way that will help us awaken us to the wisdom, and this is part of that. So perhaps one of your 8 archetype, it could be the pioneer, right? And these are just examples. It could be the pioneer. It could be the trickster coming up there. Oh, I know a couple of people who have this archetype, and it's quite hilarious. Like yeah, the mystic, right? Maybe you're already like feeling connected to some of these that I'm showing. The martyr. I always don't know how to say this. The martyr. Oh my goodness, right? But yeah. But that archetype is fascinating. The knight is another cool one to work with. It's like especially when it shows up in the divine masculine or the masculine sense, right? So those are just an example of some of the archetypes that might show up. But the 8 archetypes are actually broken down into sections. So they have specific purpose and reasons why they show up. So here's the thing, 2 of the 8 archetypes, they represent your lower selves. Now, this is where your shadow self, so they represent your shadow selves. Really cool, right? Like you actually get to see who your shadows are. Like you, and I shouldn't even say like, it makes it sound like these archetypes are far away from you, but you get to recognize and discover your shadow versions. We keep talking about do the shadow stuff, work with your shadow selves, go, but what is that? There you go. We have a blueprint that shows you exactly who your shadows are. Like, it is mind-blowing. Another 2 of the 8 represents your personality archetype. This is the archetypes that show you where you have programmings. So programmings are things that your concepts or beliefs that you have picked up from your family, from your community, from society. They're concepts that are not natural to you. So they're learned beliefs that you have taken on. And these archetypes show you what you have learned that does not benefit you and how to transmute and transform it. Powerful, right? Another 2 from the 8 is, we talked about personality. Okay, your destiny archetypes. And these destiny archetypes represent your life purpose. This, mind-blowing. These 2 right here, a lot of people are like, I want to know what I'm here to do. What is my life purpose? These 2 archetypes tell you who you're, like, what your life purpose is. And when you discover, you're going to be like, of course it is. Because here's the thing, this wisdom is already within you. But it's a matter of, is it activated? Is it to your, to the forefront of your awareness, or is it still sleeping? These archetypes are here, like they're always showing themselves. They're working with us. But if you're not aware of them, which means that they're in this shadow, they're like hidden, and they're trying to get your attention. But I promise you, in some way, shape, or form, they've been showing up for you. And it's so cool when you are aware, when you become aware of who they are and how they show up. Like, it's just incredible. And then there's the last 2 of the 8 represents your divine self. This is the God or goddess within, right? We always talk about tuning into the God self. Tuning in, baby, what you doing? Representing the inner child, right? Yeah, the inner child. So the last 2 represents, you flying? The last 2 represents your divine self, your God or goddess self. This is the core of you. This is the part of you that is plugged into source, right? That is pure, divine, unlimited, infinite, all loving, expansive, everything that you desire to be. This is you. And it shows that in your blueprint. So you have a map. I mean, this is one of the maps that I've introduced, I teach basically. The first one is what I introduced in the Goddess Unleashed. Hey. No. Hold on. The first one is what I introduced in the Goddess Unleashed program, right? And this is like the next level added on to that. So people who are in the Goddess Unleashed, if they continue and do this too, like they have a full on blueprint, like just like, this is who I am, what I'm here to do, what I'm working with. This is, seriously, it's incredible. And I really enjoy sharing this wisdom with people because I really, truly believe that if more people can wake up to this wisdom, then we can truly begin to make the changes that we desire in this world, in our lives, in this world. We can create the experiences that we came here to have, right? We can do so much more and stop wasting time on, the long journey, the long stuff that sometimes it has nothing to even do with us to begin with. You know what I'm talking about, right? Hold on, baby, hold on. So far, I've talked about who the archetypes are, why you should know your archetypes. I have even gifted you the 4 archetypes. So out of the 12, you already know 4 of them, right? And you kind of know a little bit about them, and you can kind of start seeing where they're showing up, where they're challenging you, where they're asking you to elevate, right? And then today I talked about the other 8, which I broke it down for you. So there's 2 lower self, so shadow self archetypes. They represent your shadows, right? What is hidden from you, what you have hidden from yourself. You want to play with my hair? No, you're going to put it all over my face. And then we have the, 2 personality archetypes, which represents your programming that you have learned, your learned programming. There's 2 destiny selves. There are 2 destiny archetypes that represents your life purpose. And there's 2 divine selves that represents your God or goddess within. Powerful, right? So knowing these archetypes truly is life-changing. And it's I wanted to say the first step, but it is truly the only step when it comes to answering that question, who am I? On a soul level, right? Without answering it as, well, I'm a teacher or I'm a mother, right? It's really answering the question on the soul level, getting to know yourself on the soul level, which is what a lot of people crave at this time. And actually the energies are really bringing us to the core of who we are, to discover that. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, why is this coming up now? Why am I opening this program at this time so that more people can have access to it? If you've been following me, you know that I've been talking about the 5th dimension and how we've stepped into the 5th dimension. Now, if you take the number 5 and you bring into DNA activation, which is another thing that I do, right? If you look at your 5th codon is connected to your archetypes. It's about knowing your archetypes. So what perfect time, right? And on top of that, we are in the year 5. We're in the year 5. So if you look at, if you follow numerology, we are in the year 5. So it's a perfect year to really get to know yourself on the soul level. It's a perfect year to really, what are you doing to my hair? It's a perfect year to dive into the wisdom of your soul archetypes. Hi, baby. Okay. Okay, nappy baby, nappy baby, right? So if you're feeling called to this, if you're feeling that yes within yourself, if you're ready to really go deep within yourself, if you're ready to stop the guesswork of who you are, the guesswork around who you are, what you're here to do, what your challenges are, what your shadows are, right? Then you need to sign up for this program, and I'll be waiting for you there, and just excited to walk you through the process of you discovering this ancient deep wisdom of who you are. I mean, that's one of my main purpose, one of my main missions on this planet, is to help you remember who you are to your core, to wake you up to the truth of who you are. And this is one of the ways that I do that. So again, if you're feeling the yes, send me a message. Let me know you're interested, and I'll send you the link to register with the early bird price, right? The early bird offer. Oh my gosh. There's like so much coming through. Early bird offer, which instead of the $5.97, you get to sign up this week only for $333. After this week, it goes to the regular price of $5.97. So if you're getting the clear yes, don't hesitate. Sign up for it, step in, and we start in May. The other thing, if you know someone who needs this, if you know someone that this will absolutely uplift them in ways they cannot even imagine, go ahead and share this series with them. Go ahead and share this information with them, and have them come do it too. The other thing that I love to do is doing this, teaching couples to discover their archetypes, because when you are in a relationship with someone, your archetypes also relate with each other. Certain archetypes will show up in certain ways. And so I love having couples do this program. And before, it would be like a one-on-one session where I work one-on-one with the couples. But in this case, it's going to be amazing, because then more people, and it's also much affordable this way, right, than the one-on-one. So yeah, if you want to do this with your partner, with your spouse, I will just let me know. Again, with this offer that I'm doing, it's no brainer, right? Step into it this week. But yeah, we're just going to leave it there, because I can go on and on. All right, my loves, until next time. So tomorrow or next time, I'm going to be really putting it together. I'm going to show you my blueprints so you can kind of see what it looks like. And yeah, we'll go from there. But again, don't hesitate, sign up for it. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the program. Until next time.